Guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video, I'm going to be doing something that I haven't done in a couple of years, and I'm going to be doing what I managed to get watched in a couple of days. So I'm not calling this strictly a marathon, but I am trying to see how many movies I can get through in like 48 hours. And my challenge is they all have to be first time viewings. So we'll see how I go, and I will film as much as I can. So let's see how many movies I can watch. And movie number one is 21 Bridges. And the first movie that I finished watching is 21 Bridges, which I ended up quite enjoying. I will say the first half of the movie, when they're chasing like the people who like suspects, I guess that's the right word, without giving like too much of the plot away. The suspects are getting away. They've got to shut down the city because otherwise they're not going to get them, and they want to like basically everyone's out for blood because they did end up shooting cops in the process. And yeah, it's up to Chadwick Boseman's character to like sort of keep a level head and try to bring the suspects in. But he's starting to realize that there's a bigger conspiracy at play, and it's more about who he can trust. And yeah, it sort of goes from there. It was yeah, it was quite interesting because I do love stories that take place over a course of a short period of time. So this one is pretty much following one early morning in like New York as the cops try to find the perpetrators. And yeah, it's very intense, tensions are high, and you don't quite know who knows what and what's really happening. I did start to suspect one of the characters' involvement towards the end of the film. I sort of started to pick up that I thought, oh, this character's going to turn out to be involved in the bigger conspiracy. But yeah, I thought it was done quite well. The ending felt a little convenient to me. The massive shootout at the captain's house felt, I mean, it wasn't neat because obviously it was a big shootout, but it felt too wrapped up. Like we didn't really get much more of the conspiracy other than that this one precinct was heavily involved. So I did feel the ending was a bit let down, but the first half of the movie was really quite well done. Chadwick Boseman really carried this movie well. He worked well with Sienna Miller. And J.K. Simmons was also really good in this as well. So it's a really good cast. I would recommend checking it out. It's worth at least one watch. So yeah, that's 21 Bridges. I would give this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's the first movie of this marathon. And the next movie I'm going to check out is Kiss of the Spider-Woman. This is a movie that I've rented on Amazon Prime. So I'm going to check this out, and then I'll check back in with my thoughts when I've watched it. I absolutely loved that. I mean, it completely emotionally destroyed me, which I kind of knew going in that it was going to be that kind of movie. But, oh, I loved it. And I know nothing about the original Broadway show or anything about this musical, but I was curious to see, and it was unbelievable. It was basically everything I loved in a musical, especially a story within a story. I just love those. It kind of reminded me of Man of La Mancha in a way. And yeah, this was such a beautiful story, and the two main leads were fantastic. And because I was watching it and I didn't realize Diego Luna was in this, and I went, hey, isn't that Cassian from Andor? So I just thought, oh, I didn't know that he was in this one. But I mean, he was amazing, and yeah, it was so well done. My first 5-star movie of the year. I was getting a little worried I had not given a movie 5 stars because I mean, I'm not stingy with my 5 stars, but I was like, I haven't given a movie 5 stars in for what feels like forever. And we have a 5-star movie. Fantastic film. Definitely recommend everyone go watch it. Yeah, it was amazing, and I definitely want to add this one to my collection at some point. And this is the next selection I've made for what movie I'm going to watch next. So I'm going to check out my Criterion Blu-ray of The Philadelphia Story. And I finished watching The Philadelphia Story, and I have to say I actually really quite liked this one. I have seen High Society, which I know is adapted from this, but I'd never seen the original version, and it was just a really fun screwball comedy. It's got a great cast: Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant, James Stewart, and yeah, there's just all these shenanigans that happen right in the lead up to, even though it's kind of funny because the main character's name is Tracy, and that very rarely happens in movies, I feel. So having a character who has the same name as me and with the correct spelling, so because I'm a CY, so, but yes, it's I really enjoyed this. I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars, and I'm glad that I have checked this one out. And I think this is going to be the last movie of the day. I was hoping to get in another one, but I think I'm just going to save the rest of the movie watching tomorrow because I've got a full day, and I'll be home alone. So I think I'll watch some more movies tomorrow and see how many I can get through. But I got through 3 today, and they were all first-time viewing, so I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. And so I will check in tomorrow. Hey guys, it's the next day, and I'm continuing on with my first-time viewings movie marathon, and I'm going to be starting my first movie very shortly. And the first movie that I have picked for today is Up, which is the next in line for my working my way through the Pixar movies, and is one that I have actually never seen. I know it's taken me a really long time to get around to this one. I'm kind of scared that I'm going to cry. I have a feeling I'm going to cry during this, so we'll see what I'm like at the end of the movie. And I just finished watching Up, and oh my word, I loved this so much. I can't believe it's taken me so long to actually sit down and watch this movie, considering it's been out for like 15 years. But it's one of the Pixar movies that I hadn't seen, and I am trying to slowly make my way through the Pixar movies. I've seen a lot of them, but there's still a few that I haven't got to yet, but Up was one of the main ones. And this was just such a beautiful story. I did cry. The tears started very early in the opening sequence. So, yeah, I didn't stand much of a chance with that one, but I loved this. I loved the relationship between the two main characters here. I loved Kevin. It's actually nice to see the content because I have watched Disney World vlogs in the past, and everyone's always like, oh, there's Kevin, and I'm just like, I don't know who Kevin is, but now I understand. And if I ever do make my way over there, yeah, I definitely want to try and get to Animal Kingdom. But yeah, I loved this. It was beautiful, and yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. And the next movie I'm going to go with is Mulholland Drive by David Lynch. I haven't seen this one either, and yeah, it's something I've been meaning to work on, to actually watch more of David Lynch's filmography, because the only movie I've seen of his is the 1984 Dune. So I'm curious to see what I think of Mulholland Drive, because I've heard very mixed things. So yeah, I'm curious to see what I think of it, because I know this is like nearly 3 hours, so it's going to take me a bit, but I'm looking forward to checking this one out. So I just finished watching Mulholland Drive, and I can see why this movie is very divisive. And I have to say that I'm leaning more towards the opinion that I didn't really love it. I wanted to like it, and I was enjoying it up until a certain point in the movie, and then it fell apart for me. I was so confused with what was going on, and I'd been watching the movie, so I was like paying attention, and I was still like, what the hell's going on? Because I knew nothing about this movie other than the basic premise. So when a certain revelation happened, I was very lost, and I went, wait, what is going on? Is this part still the same movie? Is this a different story? Was this character not real to begin with? And yeah, so I didn't really like the second half of the movie, like the last hour. The first 2 hours I actually thought were pretty decent. Like the score was, I really love the score in this one. And I can see why David Lynch got a directing nomination, because I did look this up to see whether it did any good at the Oscars the year it came out, and yeah, David Lynch was the only nomination for it. So I can see why he got nominated, but yeah, I didn't really vibe with the overall story, unfortunately. I do still want to check out his other films, but I don't think this one was really for me. So I'm hoping that there's like another movie of his that I will like. So, but yeah, I watched Mulholland Drive, and I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars. And the next movie that I'm going to watch is The Shining. Because it's a Warner Brothers movie, it plays straight away when the movie loads, so there's no title screen for this one, but I am watching The Shining. And I just finished The Shining, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to actually sit down and watch it, because I really enjoyed this movie. Like, I've seen bits and pieces of it, obviously, including like the famous hallway scene. I know we studied that scene in a film class one year, but this was really good. The only reason it didn't get a 5 out of 5 stars is because there were bits that dragged a bit, and it kind of took a bit for the momentum to build. But once the story got going, it was insane. And yeah, especially that last 40 minutes or so. What a ride that was. I'm really glad I finally checked this movie out, and I'm definitely going to be checking out the sequel. So I do have the sequel. At some point I'm going to be watching that one, but yeah, I really enjoyed The Shining. And I'm on to my last movie of the day, and that is going to be Rocketman. I'm really curious to see what I think of it, because me and biopics don't always get along. I really did not like Elvis that came out a few years ago. I know that's an unpopular opinion, so I'm hoping I like this one more than that. And I have just finished my last watch of the evening with Rocketman, and I really enjoyed this. I can't believe it's taken me this long to actually watch this, because this seems like the type of movie that would be right up my alley. I didn't actually realize it was a full-on musical, like the Elton John songs were set to perform throughout the movie. I just thought it was a biopic about his life, so I was completely misguided on what this movie was actually like. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. The only reason I didn't give it 5 out of 5 stars is some of the the non-musical parts kind of dragged a little bit, but everything else I loved about this. I thought Taron Egerton did a fantastic job as Elton. I'm kind of surprised he didn't get nominated for an Academy Award. Like, this movie didn't really do well at the Oscars at all, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, I'm glad I finally did sit down and watch this, because I really loved this. And yeah, I'm glad I finally can say I've seen this movie, because it's been one of the big ones from 2019 that I just didn't get to. So I don't know why I didn't see it at the cinema. Don't know what I was doing at the end of May 2019, but it wasn't going to the cinema to see Rocketman. So, but yes, I really enjoy this, and one of my favorites from out of this batch of movies that I've watched. So there we have it for this little impromptu movie marathon where I try and watch as many first-time viewings as I can. I ended up watching 7 first-time viewings over 2 days, so I think I did pretty well. 6 of them were out of my own collection, and 1 was a streaming movies, or like one that I rented. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I think out of all of them, there was only one that I wasn't overly thrilled with, and that was Mulholland Drive, if I can't speak. But everything else I loved. So yeah, so thank you guys for joining with me. Hopefully I can do this type of video again soon. Thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.